Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you're already subscribed to me, if you're new, hey, I'm so glad you stopped by to visit me today. I make a ton of videos on my channel, tons of different topics. I am definitely not a one-trick pony when it comes to the types of videos that I make, but recently I added in a new type of video that I make in addition to weekly vlogs and mom life and homeschooling and lifestyle and fitness and organization and all that stuff that I already make. I have added prepping to my list of videos. I did a video recently all about kind of prepping for beginners, how to start, where to start, and some ideas of where you can store some of your prepping supplies. And you guys loved that video. I got so much great feedback on it, and a lot of people asked to see more. And so since this is a journey that my family and I are on ourselves, I figured I would make a lot of videos of things that we're doing, things that I have learned, products that I have found, and just in general, anything preparing. And I hate to say the word prepping because like I said in that original video, there is a negative connotation I think that goes with it where people think that means hoarding, they think it means clearing shelves, they think it means living in a bunker in your yard, which if that's what you want to do as far as living in a hole in the yard, that's all up to you. But I mean, that's definitely not what I'm talking about. I am talking about the type of preparing that we really should be doing in case of any type of emergency, whether it's a job loss, a natural disaster, any type of other scenario that can happen. And like I said in that video, we learned nothing else from 2020. It should be that a lot of us were not prepared enough for what we had to go through as far as shortages and lockdown and quarantine, all that stuff. So that is the journey that we're on, trying to be proactive and give us a little bit of extra insurance on making sure that we're preparing for any type of situation that can happen, because any type of situation can happen. Doesn't mean it will, but it could. And so that's kind of where I'm going with this. So I feel like I'm gonna have to say that at the beginning of any prepping video because I don't want people to think that I'm running around screaming and clearing shelves and hiding from stuff. I'm not. I'm just trying to prepare my family and my home so that if anything happens that is unexpected, we're as prepared as possible. Today I'm sharing with you guys 5 prepping basics that are beginner friendly, and all of them you can pick up on Amazon. They're all very affordable, very attainable, and it's definitely a good place to start because when you start to think about prepping, it is overwhelming. There are so many things that you could prepare and so many different quantities and so many different methods of how you can do these different things. It is very overwhelming, which like I said, refer to that first video. It really kind of helps you kind of focus and break down your needs. But I think it's also helpful to have like some basics, some things you can easily pick up that are not gonna break your budget, that are not gonna take up a whole lot of room, but that are gonna help you towards any prepping goal that you have. So 5 things that came from Amazon, very affordable, very effective, and I think something that you would use probably in your everyday life, even if you never had a situation like, you know, a job loss or a shutdown or shortage issues. Even if none of that stuff ever happens, these 5 things would be probably useful to you in your everyday normal life that you're used to. So the first thing is a vacuum sealer. This is the one that I have. I actually got it as a gift, and I had wanted one, but I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on one, and my mom and dad actually got me this one. I don't know how to say it, Grillon. I don't know. It's a very affordable one on Amazon. There's no fancy bells or whistles, but it gets the job done. If you want to start preparing for a little bit of extra food, you know, you're going to the grocery and you're buying maybe extra packs of chicken or extra packs of hamburger to kind of hold back a little bit for a little bit of a storage, a little bit of a food storage or a stockpile. If you just stick that in the freezer, first of all, the large packaging is gonna take up a lot of room in your freezer, but also if you're planning on keeping it longer term, then it's more likely to get freezer burn and you're not gonna want to, it's not gonna taste very good. So vacuum sealing is a great way to take care of that. Also for dry goods, it's a great way to keep them bug free and all the other things that you wanna do when you're keeping food long term. A vacuum sealer is a great thing to have on hand, but you probably don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. Maybe you do, but this one was really affordable. I have used it a ton already for meat. I've used it for rice. I've used it for so many things, and I think it's a great starting item so that when you go to the store and you're picking up a few of these extra things to kind of have on hand, you're preserving them so they're going to last longer and take up less space. Also, sticking with the food theme, I would recommend possibly getting some type of what they call MREs, meals ready to eat. It's a military term. You could probably also count them maybe as a camping meal. There's a bunch of different ones you can get on Amazon. Those to me would be your backup of your stockpile. So let's say you've got a stockpile of meat, you've got a stockpile of some canned goods, but maybe that runs out, or maybe you're gonna be traveling and you wanna take some extra food with you. These MREs, or these camping meals, these dehydrated meals, you know, all these different types of meals like that, they aren't terribly expensive. I mean, they can be. You can get some that are like thousands of dollars, but they don't have to be. You know, there's some basic kits on Amazon that would be kind of your backup food. Might not be a bad idea to have on hand just in case, and Amazon is a great place to get them because they have tons of different flavors, different companies that sell on there, different price ranges. So maybe look into some type of preserved, freeze-dried, dehydrated meal kits. Also, it would be very important for you to have a manual can opener. A lot of people have manual can openers, but a lot of people have electric ones. And if something happens and you lose electricity, you're not gonna be able to open any of your canned foods that you have stockpiled and put away. So having a manual can opener is very important for this. Make sure you do not miss that step. They're very affordable. You can get them anywhere, not just Amazon, but I mean, Amazon's the easiest place to shop, in my opinion. And there's so much variety and selection and, you know, different types and prices on there. So highly recommend, make sure that you get a manual can opener if you have an electric can opener. Also, when it comes to cooking, you're gonna want something that you can use to cook if you lose power. It could be for a day, it could be for several weeks. Look at what happened to Texas, you know, the storm they had, and they lost electricity, some people for a week or more. So it's really important to make sure you have a way to cook that does not require electricity. Now, obviously you have a grill, if you have a charcoal grill or a propane grill, but it's also nice to have another option for cooking. This is the Coleman butane stove. It's actually a lot of times meant for camping. You buy the little butane cans that go inside and you can cook on this. It comes in this little suitcase. It's very compact, not very big at all, definitely very affordable. And it's something you may never need for an emergency use, but even if you're just going camping, it's a great option to have. But it's also great to have on hand if something happens and you lose electricity and maybe you don't have another way to cook. That's gonna save you from eating cold food, you know, for who knows how long, if you have an alternative way to cook that doesn't require electricity. Okay, another thing you're gonna want is, if you lose electricity, you obviously need to be able to see. And so you can use candles and things like that. And obviously you can use oil lanterns, but you know, they can be a little dangerous. The oil can be kind of messy, and it can add up in cost. So some type of lantern situation or flashlights would be a great option. I got this set from Amazon. It's actually a set of 4, and I chose this one over a lot of the other flashlight lanterns on Amazon for a specific reason. Number one, it's extremely bright. I don't know if you can tell how bright it is, but it's definitely bright enough that, you know, you can see it would light up a room, you know, medium to small size room. So I love how bright it is. You can also use it at the bottom as a flashlight. It's got a couple different options. I'm not really sure why. But a couple different options that it will shine. It's got a handle on it, so if you do want to use it as a flashlight, you hold it by the handle. And another amazing thing about this lantern set in particular, that's the reason I chose this set in particular, is because it does use batteries, but it also can charge with this solar panel right here. That was really important to me because if you're having to use something long term, you don't want to have to just have unlimited amount of batteries, just keep replacing batteries, replacing them. So it was really important to me to have a lantern that had a battery option, but also a solar charging option. Another thing that makes this lantern particularly attractive is the fact that you can use it as a power bank. So if you need to charge your phone, so that was really important. I thought we have other ways to charge our phones too, but it's just another way that you can charge your phone if you needed to. So they were very affordable. I think they would make a great gift. It did come in a pack of 4. So like I said, if you have somebody in your life that may like them as a gift, or several people in your life, you could split it up and give one to each person. So everybody can have one in their room. And obviously we would have some other lighting options as well around the house, but cannot beat the price and the multi-use of these. So those are my 5 kind of beginner-friendly Amazon prepper supplies that I would highly recommend anybody getting to start out. Obviously, This is the tip of the iceberg. You can go down the prepping rabbit hole as deep as you want to go. You can spend as much money as you want to. You can, you know, go to whatever lengths and extremes that you feel is necessary. Everybody has to decide that for themselves, and not coming from a place of fear, but coming from a place of just ensuring that you're gonna be able to be comfortable and maintain as much of your normal lifestyle as possible. So these are 5 good places to start. Very affordable things you can purchase, very easily accessible, at least they were when I picked them up. And they don't take up a lot of space, so you're not just like having huge stacks of stuff in your house that's preparing, you know, prepping supplies. They don't take up a lot of room. They're multi-use, and they're very affordable. So I hope it was helpful. If you enjoyed this video and it was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out that other video where I share kind of how to begin prepping. You know, obviously that was, again, the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more that could go into that, but it was kind of an overall view, how to begin, how to even get your thoughts on paper of like, what do I need? What do I do first? Where do I start? Check out that video. I think it'll be really helpful for you guys. And if you have any other ideas of videos you would like me to make about this category of preparing for any type of situation or disaster, let me know in the comments, because, you know, I'm in this process right now. We're learning a lot of this stuff right now. We're experiencing and going through this process right now. And so I don't always know what you guys are going to want to see. I just know what we're doing and what we're thinking and what we're planning for, but I don't really know exactly what you guys want to see. So if you have any suggestions of videos along this line of preparing, let me know in the comments. And if you aren't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.